Ever finish a meal and feel like you've been hit by a tranquilizer dart? You know the feeling, that sudden wave of sleepiness that makes your eyelids feel like they weigh a ton. You might call it a food coma, post-lunch dip, or just plain old sleepiness. But have you ever wondered what is actually happening inside your body to make you so drowsy after eating? It's a super common experience, but the science behind it is pretty fascinating. Today, we're going to dive deep into the world of post-meal sleepiness. We'll explore everything from your digestion and blood sugar to the hormones that are pulling the strings. Plus, I'll share some practical tips on how to beat that slump and keep your energy levels up. And stick around until the end, because we'll also talk about when this sleepiness might be a sign of something more serious. Let's get into it. So, what exactly happens in your body after you eat? Well, it all starts with digestion. The moment you take that first bite, your digestive system kicks into high gear. This is a complex process that requires a lot of energy. Your body has to break down the food into smaller components, nutrients like glucose, amino acids, and fats that can be absorbed into your bloodstream and used for fuel. To do this, your body diverts a significant amount of blood flow away from other areas, like your brain and muscles, and sends it straight to your stomach and intestines. This is part of the parasympathetic nervous system's job, often called the rest and digest system. As more resources are sent to your gut to handle the big job of digestion, fewer resources are available for other functions, which can leave you feeling a little sluggish and less mentally sharp. It's like your body's internal management deciding that digestion is the top priority right now, and everything else can take a bit of a backseat. Now, let's talk about blood sugar, because this is a huge piece of the puzzle. When you eat, especially foods rich in carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose, which is your body's main source of energy. This glucose enters your bloodstream, causing your blood sugar levels to rise. In response to this rise, your pancreas releases a hormone called insulin. Insulin's job is to help your cells absorb this glucose from the blood to use for energy or to store for later. This process is perfectly normal and essential for life. However, a rapid and significant spike in blood sugar, often caused by eating simple carbs or sugary foods, can lead to a subsequent crash. After the initial energy rush from the glucose, the large insulin response can sometimes be a bit too effective, causing your blood sugar levels to drop quite quickly. This dip in blood sugar can leave you feeling tired, weak, and yes, very sleepy. It's that classic boom and bust cycle. You feel great for a moment, and then you just want to take a nap. Hormones also play a starring role in this post-meal drama. We've already mentioned insulin, but it has a fascinating side effect. Insulin helps an amino acid called tryptophan enter your brain more easily. You might have heard of tryptophan before, especially around Thanksgiving, as it's famously found in turkey. But it's in many other protein-rich foods too. Once tryptophan gets into your brain, it's used to produce two other important chemicals, serotonin and melatonin. Serotonin is often called the feel-good hormone. It contributes to feelings of well-being and happiness, but it's also a precursor to melatonin. And melatonin is the key hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. As melatonin levels rise, your body gets the signal that it's time to wind down and prepare for sleep. So, a meal high in carbs can indirectly lead to an increase in serotonin and melatonin, making you feel calm, relaxed, and ready for a snooze. It's your body's own natural sedative. So, which foods are the biggest culprits when it comes to making you sleepy? As we've discussed, foods high in simple carbohydrates and sugar are at the top of the list. Think white bread, pasta, white rice, sugary drinks, and desserts. These foods are digested very quickly, leading to that rapid spike and subsequent crash in blood sugar. Also, foods rich in tryptophan can contribute to the sleepiness, especially when paired with carbs. Turkey is the classic example, but tryptophan is also found in other foods like chicken, cheese, eggs, nuts, and seeds. When you eat these protein-rich foods alongside a healthy portion of carbohydrates, you're essentially creating the perfect recipe for sleepiness. The carbs trigger the insulin release, which then helps the tryptophan from the protein get into your brain, setting off that serotonin to melatonin conversion. It's a powerful combination that can easily lead to a food coma. Now, you might have noticed that this feeling is often much worse after a big, heavy meal. Why is that? Well, it comes down to simple logistics. The larger the meal, the more work your digestive system has to do. A huge meal requires more energy to break down, more blood flow to be diverted to your gut, and a larger hormonal response to manage the influx of nutrients. Your stomach physically stretches, which can also trigger nerve signals that contribute to that feeling of fullness and lethargy. A massive meal, especially one that's high in both carbs and fats, is a double whammy. The carbs cause the blood sugar spike and hormonal changes we've talked about, while the fats slow down digestion even further, meaning your body is working overtime for a longer period. It's like asking your body to run a marathon after already being a bit tired. The sheer volume of food puts a significant strain on your system, and the natural response is to slow down and conserve energy, which we perceive as sleepiness. Okay, so now for the good part. How can you avoid this post-meal slump and keep your energy steady throughout the day? First, focus on balanced meals. Instead of loading up on simple carbs, try to include a good mix of lean protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Complex carbs, like whole grains, vegetables, and legumes, have more fiber and are digested more slowly, leading to a more gradual release of sugar into the bloodstream. This helps you avoid that sharp spike and crash. Second, watch your portion sizes. Eating smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day can be much easier on your digestive system than 2 or 3 massive ones. This keeps your blood sugar and energy levels more stable. Third, stay hydrated. Drinking plenty of water helps with digestion and can prevent the sluggishness that comes with even mild dehydration. Fourth, get moving. A short, gentle walk after a meal can do wonders. It helps stimulate digestion and can increase blood flow, which can counteract the sleepiness. Just a 10 to minus 15-minute walk can make a huge difference. And finally, try to get some bright light exposure after you eat, especially after lunch. Light is a powerful signal to your brain to stay awake and alert. While feeling a little tired after a meal is usually normal, there are times when excessive sleepiness could be a sign of an underlying health issue. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmingly exhausted after every single meal, no matter what you eat, it might be worth paying attention to. This could be a symptom of conditions like insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, where your body isn't managing blood sugar effectively. It could also be related to food intolerances or allergies, like celiac disease or a sensitivity to certain foods, which can cause inflammation and fatigue. Other potential causes include anemia, an underactive thyroid, or sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep, leading to poor sleep quality and daytime exhaustion. If your post-meal sleepiness is severe, persistent, and interfering with your daily life, it's always a good idea to talk to a doctor. They can help you figure out what is going on and make sure there isn't a more serious issue that needs to be addressed. Remember, it's always better to be safe and get checked out. So there you have it, the complete breakdown of why you feel sleepy after eating. It's a complex interplay between your digestive system, your blood sugar levels, and a cascade of hormones all working together. While it's a natural process, it's something you can definitely manage with a few simple lifestyle changes. By eating balanced meals, controlling your portion sizes, staying active, and listening to your body, you can keep those food comas at bay and maintain your energy throughout the day. And if you're ever concerned that your sleepiness is more than just a food coma, please don't hesitate to seek professional medical advice. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you found this information helpful and interesting. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos on health and wellness. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Do you have any go-to tricks for beating the post-lunch slump? Share your tips with the community. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.